Facebook's up. The first one's up. Wait for everybody else to be on. On YouTube channel. See if I check the YouTube channel. We're all up on there. We're just waiting on Twitch and Periscope to send their signals. Say because there's gonna be a delay. So okay, good evening. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Monday, July 1st. We're going to be going over, um, once again, we'll go over the NBA trade transaction tonight because this is the second night of the trade period going on. So we'll go dive into that tonight. So we'll begin with tonight's score updates in just a few minutes. We're waiting on the other two sites to come up. They're all on. All four sites are online. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Okay, let's begin with score updates. MLB score updates on the hour at 7:13 Central Time. Let's go ahead and go over this for a second. Let's go ahead and go over this. Switch this out. Waiting on it to come up. Okay, this is from the Los Angeles Angels organization. They did lose a pitcher. Tyler, let's see if I can pull this up. Tyler Skelkin. He passed away at today. This is the news release right here on the screen. I'm gonna pull it right up on my screen so I can show it to you. He dies at the age of 27. The Angels game was scheduled for with the Rangers, and the and Globe Life Park was postponed as a result. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, my condolences go out to Time Skate. It's Skaggs. This is the young man that did die. We don't know what happened. We're looking at it right here. They're saying we're deeply saddened on the traumatic loss in Texas as well. Um, um, Salt Lake Police Department in Texas released information on Sketch. He was found unresponsive in a hotel room about 2:18 p.m. on Monday afternoon. No foul play was expected in this case. Still under investigation. So that is the um, news coming out of Texas. So that's unfortunate for this young man to die at 27 years old. I don't know what happened. He was unresponsive. That's what this is saying right here, this report. So once again, our thoughts and condolences go out to Time Skillet's family. Please keep him in your thoughts and prayers when you go to bed tonight, because this is a very young man that he had a very young life ahead of him. He had an absolute young life ahead of him. So that's my take on Tom Skelker. He died, so passes away at the age of 27. Once again, our thoughts and condolences go out to him and his go out to his family on their trying time. So let's go ahead and go back to MLB baseball scoreboard update. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to switch it over 1 second. MLB score update. See if we can show the screen. See if we can show the scores fully. Okay, I'm going to pull this up a little bit. Okay, we adjust it a little bit so you can see it into the screens. So there it is. As everything's in the screen, if you can see it, let me know. We're okay. Score update. Pittsburgh Pirates up 7-1. That is in the top of the fourth. Also, it is let's see, um, Milwaukee and Cincinnati in the bottom of the fourth. It is scoreless in that game. Also, in the top of the fourth, it is Tampa Bay up 2-0. That's in the top of the fourth inning. Other games going on tonight. San Diego will take on San Francisco. That'll be at 9:10 tonight. That'll be a little bit after 9 o'clock tonight. So let me see if we're on Facebook, so I can put take this in, post in. Okay, I'm going to put it public now. I'm going to go ahead and put it public so you can see it. Everyone can see the video and come in and give you your takes and stuff like that. Okay. Earlier today, the Blue Jays went 11-4. That was on Canada Day, so happy Canada Day out in Canada. And the Rangers and Angels was postponed due to that tragic death of the young man, Tom Skellett. So that's the unfortunate fact right there. So that's the MLB scoreboard update. Okay, let's give you the minor league baseball scoreboard update. Let's go ahead to the AAA level. See if I can pull these screens up. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit. Okay, there we go. Everything's in the screen. Everything's showing in our screens. You should be able to see it. Okay, let me get this up on the screen so I can see you. And it's okay. It is Scranton WB up 5-0. Also, it is Louisville up 2-0. Bottom 5. Runners at first and second. Also, it is Charlotte up 4-0. Top of the fifth. Also, it is Gwinnett on top 5-0 on Norfolk. That's bottom 4. Also, Columbus is up 8-0. That is in the bottom of the fourth. Also, Lehigh Valley is up 4-1. That's in the top of the fourth against Buffalo. Also, Syracuse up 3-2. Bottom of the fourth. Baby Cakes up 1-0 against Memphis. That is in the bottom of the first. Also, it is Omaha scoreless. Also, Iowa and San Antonio scoreless. And also Nashville and Oklahoma City scoreless. Also, other games going on tonight. El Paso will take on Fresno. That will be at 8:05, right after 8 o'clock. Also, at 9:05 will be Sacramento taking on Albuquerque. Also, it will be Las Vegas taking on Reno at 9:05, and also postpone Tacoma and Salt Lake City. So let's go to the AA scoreboard. Okay, AA scoreboard. We switched over to AA scoreboard. Harrisburg up 7-0, bottom 5. Also, it is Portland up 3-0, top 5th. Also, bottom 4, it is Birmingham up 3-2. Also, it is Erie up 2-0. That is in the bottom of the 5th. Also, Akron up 3-2. That's in the top of the 5th. Also, in the bottom of the 5th, it's Boeing up 5-1. Also, it is Jackson up on top 8-3. That is in the bottom of the 4th. Also, it is Jacksonville down 3-0, bottom 5. Also, bottom 4, it is Reading on top 5-1. Also, Midland is on top 3-0, bottom 4. Also, it is Tulsa. Yeah, we're looking at Tulsa. Tulsa's up 3-1. Northwest Arkansas down 2-0 to Arkansas, bottom 3. Also, Pensacola, they finished up their series with the with the Shuckers. They're playing the Braves tonight, going into the bottom of the third. It is no score. Biloxi up 1-0 on Mobile, top four. Mobile is batting. Also, it is Fresno on top. It's no score. Fresno no score with Corpus Christi. So that is the MLB and also the minor league baseball updates. Let's see if we got any more updates before we go to our lead story tonight, which is the NBA trade news. We'll go ahead and go over that in a few minutes. So let me go ahead and see what else that we need to update. Okay, let's look at the first Summer League game. This is NBA Summer League basketball. They will be starting pretty soon during the summer months. Summer League basketball. Let's begin. Looking at that scoreboard update there. Okay, it is San Antonio up 74-65. That is in the fourth quarter, so that's look like that game is almost going to conclude with 9:23 left to play. Also, it is Memphis taking on Utah. That will be at 8 p.m. Also, the Miami Heat will take on the Los Angeles Lakers, and also the Warriors will take on the Sacramento Kings. So that would be Sacramento Kings. That will be in Sacramento, California. So both games, the 8 o'clock game, I'm pretty sure this will be a very late game over there in California. So that's the Summer League scoreboard update. Okay, let's give you the let's see if they got any World Cup. We'll switch this over. Okay, World Cup Tuesday. England will take on United States with Megan Rapinoe, the young lady that has been in the news as of late. So they will play England. That will be 2 p.m. That will be on I think Fox News, Fox One or Fox, so or the regular Fox. So I'm pretty sure that will happen there. So that's going to happen Tuesday. Okay, let's go ahead and begin with tonight's. Last night we went over the on the sports video recap show. We went over the NBA trade transactions, the of the day and stuff like that. We went over that. Who got signed? Because the NBA trade period is in effect right now till July the 6th, so that's going to be this week. Hopefully it'll be over with, and we'll get to some summer league basketball during the summer months. Let's begin with our first breakdown. Okay, Matt Thomas signed with the Toronto Raptors, 3 years, $4.2 million, $42 million deal. So it's a $42 million deal with the Toronto Raptors. Let's go ahead and give you his contract breakdown right here. So I'm gonna switch this out. Okay, this is Matt Thomas. Let's begin. Okay, everything on the screen. You see it. $4.2 million contract. He has a $1.4 million salary. His free agency tag will begin on 2022. So it will be in 2022 that his free agent tag will begin at the age of 29. So everything is estimated. They don't have specifics on his 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23 contracts. So they don't have that. So we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and give you his well, we don't have anything on his financial rankings. So we'll go ahead and go over the next transaction. Raul Neto, That's Neto. He was waived by the Utah Jazz. Let's give you his information. Let's give you his contract information. Let's begin with that. Okay, his Raul Neto. Yeah, I'm saying his name right. He had a $4.4 million contract, 2 years. He had a 2.2 average salary. He also, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty sure they waived this guy. Look, I mean that's quite essential what they did to get Ricky Rubio over there in Utah. So that's a signing bird right there. His free agency tag began this next year, so it will begin next year. His 2018-19 contract, he had a $2.1 million contract with a 50 um, $1,000 signing bonus. Also, his cap hit was 2.1. Also, his debt was 2.7. His yearly cash was 2.1. So that's a pretty good contract for the 2018-19 season. 2019 and 20, it won't be no more because he got waived. So that's unfortunate right there. He was going to make $2.1 million, but that's not going to happen. So um, he is 2019 non-guaranteed full, not waived before um, July 6th. So July 6th, that will be this week. So hopefully his waiver will not be. So he's non-guaranteed. So that's just okay. His incentives was 50K annually, and then 50K unlikely. That's his incentives right there. This is from Eric Pinchos. That's Pincus. You can reach him at Sports Track. That's sportstrack.com. So this is the another waiver right here. He was waived by the Utah Jazz. So let's go ahead and go over another contract. Okay, Tim Frazier signed a 1-year deal with the Detroit Pistons. Tim Frazier. Let's go ahead and give you his specifics on him. While we wait for people to come in. Okay. Okay. 2019-20, he got a $1.8 million base salary. Also, his cap hit was 1.8. Also, his debt was 1.6. So it's 1.6 on cap and dead. So his 1.6 and his dead cap was 1.6. But he actually got his $1.8 million deal with the Detroit Pistons. He is becoming a free agent next year. That's 2020. When he turns 29. Right now he's 28 years old. He has 5 years of experience with the Detroit Pistons. So let's go ahead and give you his recent contract. It was 1.6 on a base salary, 1.5 on a dead cap hit. That's what he had for when he was with the Pelicans. So he signed with he was with the Pelicans. That was dead money right there. So the dead money period came in. So that was his thing. Okay, let's give you his cap hit rankings. He was 55th as a point guard. Also with the Detroit Pistons, he was 10th. Also with the NBA, he's 279th. Let's give you his money. He was 54th in as a point guard on his cash rankings, and also his NBA rankings. Um, so he was 267. And let's see. Average. Let's give you his average. His average was 51st as a point guard. Also, 252nd as a NBA person. So that's unfortunate. We lost Tim Frazier. He did play with the Pels. I mean, I'm sure of it. But he's now going to sign a 1-year deal with them. I wish him all the best of luck. So I don't wish him any bad luck, Tim Frazier. So I mean, sure, this is a very good move because we're gonna need these players. If we're gonna build a team, we're gonna need some essential players that's gonna get us back to where get us back in some winning ways, and that's what we want to do. We want to change this program around. We want to change the tempo of this franchise. We want to do that. So I mean, I know it stinks. I know it sucks, with fans and all that loved him here in the city. But the truth of the matter is, I mean, nothing lasts forever, folks. Nothing lasts forever. So that's my take on that. Um, let's go ahead and see what else we need to talk about on this. Okay, let's go ahead and give you another. Um, okay, um, CJ Wilcox signed a contract with the Indiana Pacers. He's Exhibit 10. Also, Green Glant and also Brian Bowl is also did sign with the Pacers as well. That's the Indiana signings. So most likely they will. Um, let's go ahead and give you his numbers. Let's pull his numbers up, and we'll talk about Gantz, and we'll talk about Bowen's numbers as well. Okay, this is his contract. 1 year, $1.7 million contract. It was a maximum. Um, he will be a free agent in 2020. His base salary was 1.7. His cap hit was 1.6, and his yearly cash was 1.7 for the Pacers shooting guard. We'll show you their number. We'll show you Wilcox's numbers. Let's see if I can grab his numbers off the screen. See if I can grab his numbers. I'll use basketball reference to break it down for you. Let me go research. Let me go grab it. 1 second. Give me a second to grab it. Okay, I'm gonna grab. We're gonna switch over to basketball reference. Basketball reference is we use these sites for research and tools and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and give you his numbers when he was playing with the Pacers. Let me give you pull his numbers up. Okay, I need to look for it. Which one I'm looking for? CJ Wilcox. CJ Wilcox. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you CJ Wilcox numbers in just 1 second. See if it's on there. I don't know if he's on. I don't know if they got his stats on there. I don't see him. I don't see his numbers. I'm kind of looking for him. No, I don't think they have his numbers. So unfortunately, we can't look for it. So we apologize. I don't know if he played for trying to see if he played for another team or something like that. So that's the analysis on him. C.J. Wilcox will get a 1-year deal worth $1.7 million. He will earn that money, and also will take a hit of $1.6 million as well. So he will take a cap hit as well. So let's go ahead and go over. Let's pull this down. give you this guy's number. Okay, he's also Exhibit 10 project right there. Um, Jake Green. That's JakeEeANN. So it's NAN. So I spelled it right. Let me go ahead and switch this over. Okay, let's give you his specifics. Okay, he's with the Pacers as well. Everything is estimated on this status right there. His base salary is um, $898,310. That's his cap hit is 898,310, and his yearly is 898,310. Also, he will have a $1.7 million. He also will have a hold of 1.7 $1 billion, and also he will become an unrestricted free agent. That will be in 2020 season for Gant. So he is from Missouri. This is his base. This is his contract right here. We're showing you right on the screen. So if you can see this, let me know. Okay, we'll go over his financial rankings. As a power forward, he was 66. Also, Indiana Pacers 11. NBA, and his financial salary cap hit was 342. Now his cash rankings, he was 66. He was also 341st in the NBA for Jake Neal Gant. I'm trying to say Jake Keelan Gant. I'm trying to. Also, he was 65th in power forward. So I look at it this way. Look, this might be a pretty good deal for the um, Indiana Pacers. Because if they're making some moves like that and keeping players like that for those teams, I bet you that's gonna pay off in the long run. So that's this is all Exhibit 10 ones. So I look at it this way. Look, Indiana should be able to get back in the playoffs if they get some legitimate players. If they get some good players, I think they got Paul George. Over there, I'm pretty sure they do. So I'm pretty sure Indiana will most likely contend for the Eastern Conference because you have to have legitimate players to make a run. So that's my take on Jakeelan Gant. You can read as Jakeelan Gant. Also, Brian Bolin. Brian Bolin. He signs a two-way contract with the Indiana Pacers. Let's give you his transaction. We'll go ahead and go over his transaction in this show. Okay. There's no base salary. There's no information on him on that. It's a 1-year contract. It's QO. I think that's $1.5 million, and hold was $1.5 million. He also going to be a restricted free agent in 2020 season. So he will be 22 years old. He's a young man. He's still 20 years old. So he's got 2 more years ahead of him before he stays on restricted free agent. So he will be a restricted free agent. That's one thing about it. So that's information on Brian Bowen II. Let's go ahead and give you information on Miami Heat's traded to Miami from Portland. This is a 14 trade for Josh Richardson to Philadelphia, Hassan Whiteside to Portland, Jimmy Butler to Miami, and Maurice Haslett to the Los Angeles Clippers. So he will be traded to Miami. So that's we'll go ahead and give you his contract information. Okay, his contract information. Um, Leonard, I'm looking at it right now. Was $9.2 million. He had a 41. He has a $41 million contract. His base salary is $10.2 million. He will be a free agent in 2020. Um, 2016, 2017, $9.2 million. 2017, 9.9, and then his dead salary was 31.7. And back in this year's season, 2018-2019, he had a $10.5 million contract, both base salary and cap hit, and also his debt was 21.8, and his yearly cash was 29.7. And also this year he will have an $11 million contract, and that's 11.2. He also will have a total of $41 million. So this is a pretty good look. The Portland Trailblazers. Look, I'm gonna tell you this about the Portland Trailblazers. Excuse me, I'm trying to get it out, the words out. The thing is, look, they made the playoffs last year. They made the playoffs this year, and I'm pretty sure if they keep Damian Lillard and the rest of the Trailblazers intact, I'm pretty sure they will make another playoff run. You can bank on that. They will make another Western Conference playoff run. So he is going to Miami. So that is unfortunate news right there for him. But he will play with the so that's the that's the synopsis. This is what we'll show you right here. He had a 4-year deal worth $9.7 million. This is his years that he had his contracts. The first year was $2.1 million. Also salary cap hit $2.1 million. Also dead money was 4.3. Also 2.1 on yearly cash. 2013-14 it was 2.2. It went up to 2.2. Also it went up to 4.5 on his dead, and also yearly was 4.3. 2014 through 15, he had a $2.3 million contract. Also salary cap hit was 2.3. Also dead money was 5.3, and also it was 6.6 on his yearly cash. That was in 14 and 15. Now, the next year in 2015 through 16 season, he had a $3.0 million contract, and also 9.7 on his yearly cash. Also, he had a club option. He exercised that in 2014. Also, he exercised another one in 2015. Trade restrictions back in 2012. Qualifying cap offer was 4.0 to 7.6. So that's something right there. Look, they're going to lose a good player. I mean, we're going to look at his numbers. Let's go ahead and pull his numbers up when he was with the Portland Trailblazers. I'm going to go up and pull his numbers up 1 second. Let me see if I can grab them. Numbers. Let's see if I can pull his numbers up in 1 second. Portland. Okay, here we go. We got his numbers. I got his numbers right on my screen. If you can see him, Wehmeyer Leonard. He started 61 games with the Portland Trailblazers. He had 5.9 points a game, 3.8 rebounds. Also, he had 1.2 assists. He was a damn good shooter. He was at 54.5%. 54.5%. I mean, I don't know why they got rid of this guy. I'll be honest with you. That was a stupid move. But that's part of the trade, um, the business. And he was an 84% free throw shooter, and his effective field goal shooting was 64.9%. So that is the stupidest trade I've ever seen, to get rid of Myers Leonard. That's one thing about it. Look, I'm not trying. I'm not bashing the um, Trailblazers for that. But the truth of the matter is, look, if you're gonna keep these players that are good shooters, keep them. Don't get rid of these guys, because sure, he had 5.9 points a game, but look, his numbers, his 3-point shooting and his field goal shooting was a significant reason why they should keep him. That's the reason why they should keep him. But it was a 14 trade, to say the least. So also his career, he had 5.6 points a game, 3.7 total rebounds, 0.9 assists. He shot 47%. He also shot 38% from the three-point line. So that was pretty good right there. And also he was an 82% free throw shooter from the charity stripe. So I say this, look, see, like, if you get rid of Damian Lillard, Portland would be nobody, would be a suck ass team. But I don't know why you get rid of this guy. I don't understand this. I really do not understand what they did here. I don't understand this with a 4-team trade. A 4-team trade. So let's give you his numbers. 2018-19. I'm gonna go on my screen. Okay. He was shooting a very good rate right there. So that was his numbers. When he started, let's see, with Portland back in 2012. I'm gonna show you his numbers right on the screen. This is let's see if I got this. No, this is 2013 numbers right here. We're showing you on the screen right here. You can see it. He was a 38% three-point shooter. He shot 47.9%. That was the 2012-13 season through 2018 and 19 season. That's something right there. This is what we're showing you on the screen. So that's something I'm very appalled about. So look, hopefully this 14 trade works. Hopefully it does. I mean, I'm not questioning what they do, but hopefully it does work. So this is my take on it. If you're a Portland Trailblazer fan, give me your take. What your team's needs? Give me your take. I mean, you have the floor. I'm watching you right here. You can come in tonight and give me your takes via Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. I would like to see some Portland Trailblazers fan come up in here and talk to me about this. I'm showing you the numbers right here. I'm not sitting here dilly-dallying around telling you what you need to hear. I'm telling you what you need to understand. So that's my take on this trade right here with Portland on the 14 trade deal with Myers Leonard. Once again, we'll recap it. It will be for Josh Robinson to Philadelphia, Hassan Whiteside to Portland, also Jimmy Butler to Miami, and Maurice Harkless to the Los Angeles Clippers. Now we'll go over Maurice um, Hawkins um, trade deal. We'll go ahead. This is the 14. Um, he's part of that 14 deal, so we'll give you his contract. I'm gonna go ahead and switch this over. Okay, this is he is with the Portland Trailblazers. I'm gonna show you his numbers next. We'll show you his analysis. Okay, he has a 4-year deal worth 42.0 million dollars. He has a 10.5 average salary, and also he will be unrestricted free agent in 2020. Let's give you his analysis on when he was with the Trailblazer. He had an 8.9 million dollar contract, $5,000 incentive. Also, let's see, he had a 9.4 salary cap hit. It was a $40.0 million dead cap, so that was on his dead money right there. He got his $9.4 million yearly cash payout for Hoskin. Also, back in 2017 and 18, he had a $9.6 million base salary. Same thing with his incentive, $500,000. Also, let's see, cap hit was 10.1. Also, his dead cap was 31.0, and his yearly cash was 19.9. Excuse me, 19.9. So rephrase that. Okay, next one we're going to be going over his 2018-19 contract. This was in year number. He's been in the league 4 years. No, 7 years. So he's been in the league 7 years. This is his contract right here that they been talking about. Okay, 2018-19. He had a $10.3 million base salary. Is also his cap hit was 10.3. Also his dead cap was 21.3, and his yearly cash total was $29.9 million. That's millions. Now, 19 through 20, he will have a $11 million contract with the Los Angeles Clippers, and he will have a $41 million contract. That's a total of $41 million. So his when he was with Portland, he had a $29 million contract. Now he's gonna have a $41 million payout right there. So that's something right there I'm looking at right here. So let's give you his numbers. I'm gonna give you his numbers. I'm gonna go switch this out, and we'll give you his numbers. All right, let's give you his numbers. I'm gonna pull it up right now, right on my screen. Okay, this is what we're showing you. Okay, he had 7.7 points a game with Portland. He had 4.5 total rebound average. He also had 1.2 assists. He was a good shooter as well from the field. He was a 48% field goal shooter, but his 3-point shooting wasn't up to par. He was at 27.5. So that was his 2018-19 shot shooting. He was a 67% free throw shooter from the charity stripe. Also, he was a 53% e field goal shooter. So he was an e field goal percentage was at 53. Now his career, he had 7.3. So he kind of went down a little bit in his career. 7.3, 3.7 rebounds, 0.9 assists. He had 47% shooting stroke with Portland. Um, and he also had a 61% um, free throw shooting from the charity stripe. And he also was his field goal percentage was 52.5. So it's a little better right there. Let's give you his numbers. Let's give you his per game numbers. Okay. Okay. He had 4 seasons with Portland. So he was with Portland. I'm going to show you his numbers. I'll show you what totals we can show you right here. Okay, his per 36 minutes. Per 36 minutes, he was on the floor 36 minutes per. Um, he was shooting 48.7, and once again he was shooting 27. So that was per 36 minutes. Now per 100 possessions, um, it was the same thing. We're showing you on the screen, and it's average. So his shooting right now, I'm gonna tell you by distance. Let's give you by distance. Okay, his distance shots. Let's look at his distance. Okay, his field goal by distance was 52. That was from 3 to 10 feet. Also 10 to 16, he wasn't that good from 10 to 16. Also 16 to 3, he was about not nearly as good. Also, um, his 3-point shooting was about 30.9. That was by distance. Also, 2 points was 58.2. 0 through 3 was 66.7. 3 through 10 was 34.0. And 10 through 16, he was kind of about 40%. That was 10 through 16. 10 through 16 on his shooting for Maurice Horseless. Um, Also, he was 11%. He wasn't that good from 16 feet with the 3-point shots. That was 27%. So let's go ahead and pull these up. Okay. By dunks. Okay. On assists was 67%. Also, assists was 93.9. In the corner, 3-point shooting was 31.7, and also 3-point percentage was 28.9. So he wasn't that good on those area things right there. So that's why I say that's the analysis on him. So I look at it this way. Look, this is this 14 deal with I'm pretty sure. Look, to be honest with you, hopefully I think it'll work for Portland, but I don't know. I do not know. I don't think it's gonna work. I'll be honest with you. It might bite them back in the ass um, later on in the season and stuff like that. Because look, if they go down with injuries and stuff like that, um, they're gonna have to empty that bench. That's one thing about it. If they go down with injuries and stuff like that, so that's my take on the Maurice Haslick deal. This was a 14 deal with 4 teams. It was Portland, um, Miami, and Philadelphia. Portland, Philadelphia, Miami, and LA Clippers. So, okay, Haskin Whiteside is also part of this 14 deal with Miami, Philadelphia, Portland, and the Los Angeles Clippers. So let's go ahead and give you his his contract. Let's go ahead and go through his contract. Okay, we're at 49 minutes into the show. Okay, let's begin with looking at his contract. His contract is $98.4 million for Hassan Whiteside. He's from Marshall, um, and he has a 24.4 average salary. The salary cap has been used. Um, he will be a unrestricted free agent in 2020. So he will be an unrestricted free agent in 2020 year. Okay, let's begin looking at his yearly salary. Let's go ahead and give you his salary right now. His yearly salary, 2016 through 17, he had a $22.1 million salary. Same thing with his cap hit, but the dead money was 98.4 million. Um, so also he had a 22.1 yearly cash. Um, it went up to 23. This is this is where it gets really interesting. It went up to 23.7 on his base salary. Also, his cap hit was 23.7. His dead money was 76.3, and his yearly cash was 45.8. 45.8. So we're looking at it right now. Also, um, let's see. Um, 2018-19 was 25.4. All the way through to the dead space was 52.5. His yearly was 71.3. And 2019-20, when he plays for Portland, he will have a $27 million contract, 27-0. Also, that will be down the line. Cap space, dead space, and base salary. But he will have a total of $98.4 million um, payout for his team, and he will become um, an unrestricted free agent back. It will be in 2020. So you will be an unrestricted free agent then. Now, so let's give you his recent contract. His contract was looking at it, $769,881. I'm looking at it right now. It was all the way through, and then it went up to $981 million. That was right there, and he had a $1.7 million yearly cash buyout. Okay, based on 143 days from 915 43 243 now fully. 2015 he had a 245 um, um, 37 guaranteed. That's what he had. Also, his cap hold was 980 um, um, million. I think it was $980 million. That's what we're looking at right here. So that's 984.31. So let's look at his financial rankings. I'm gonna look at it. Okay, his cap hit. We're looking at it right now. He was ranked fourth in center. Also second with the Trailblazers. Also 32nd in the NBA. Okay, let's give you another one. Center, fourth. Also NBA, 32nd. Okay, next one is center. He was on his average. He was ranked 10th, and he's also was ranked 42nd. So I'm looking at it this way. This right here, these 14 deals. This is probably gonna help. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it doesn't. It might not work. I mean, it might work out for them, but the other teams that's going to be involved, Miami, um, um, the Los Angeles Clippers, and Philadelphia. So that might, I don't know if it might work for those other teams, but hopefully it will benefit the Portland Trailblazers. So, okay, let's give you another one. Okay, Frank um, Kummer as KAIMNSKY. He was signed a 2-year deal worth $10 million with the Phoenix Suns. Let's give you his information. Okay, this is Frank Kaminsky. I'm trying to say it. It's Kaminsky. We're saying it right. Um, so I spelled it out. Okay, let's give you his analysis on his deal. $9.7 million contract. He will have a 4.8 average salary cap room. He will be an unrestricted free agent in 2021. Okay, let's give you his 2018 19 19 20. Okay, 2019 and 20 contract will be 4.7 all the way through. No dead space. It's going to be all the way through. Now, it will go up to 4.9 um, in 2020 and 2021, and it also will stay at 9.7 million dollars. That will be the yearly cash, and he will become an unrestricted free agent in 2021. Let's give you his when he was with the Charlotte Hornets. He had a $2.6 million contract. He had $11 million dead cap increase in there. Um, Also in 2016, it went to 2.7, but the only thing on the dead cap, it was 8.4, and then the yearly was 5.3. Um, Next one, let's give you the next on this guy right here, Frank Kominsky. I'm trying to say his name. If I'm saying it right. He also had a $2.8 million contract, but the only thing was his dead uh, money was 6.4. Also, in 2018-19, which is this year, the this it will be 3.6. So it will be all the way through 3.6, and it will be $11 million contract, $11.8 million. So that is he had a club option in 2017. He did exercise it, and also in 2018 club option. Okay, the next one. Let's go ahead and go over the financial rankings. Power forward, he was ranked 37. Also with the Phoenix Suns, he was ranked 7. Also with the um, NBA, he was 193rd. Okay, power forward, he was ranked 37 on his cash on hits. He also um, was 193rd in the NBA on his cash. Now on his power forward, he was 35th in the power forward advances, and also 189th in the NBA. So this is a $10 million contract right here, but he will get his $11.8 million contract. It will be almost 11.8. So it's 10 million, but it's going to be 11.8 actually, to be exact. So we're showing you right here on the screen. So all this information is not fake news or none of this and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't want people coming on here saying this is a lot of fake news and stuff. No, this is not fake news. This is a real, legitimate website that gives you these players' contract information and stuff like that. So um, just please don't come on here and say this is fake news. We're not. We're not. I'm not getting out fake news. So okay, Tomas um, was traded to Chicago. Tomas Traded Chicago from Washington. This is let me see what this is. From Washington for a second round pick. Also favors Chicago or Memphis pick. 2022 second round pick with the LA Lakers, and also Detroit and Chicago favorable for a second round pick in 2023, and projected 31 through 36 on previous trade. This is what we're talking about right here. Tomas, SATORANSKY. I'm saying his name right. Tomas. I'm gonna go ahead and give you. It's a 3-year. So it's a 3-year deal with the Chicago Bulls. So I'm gonna give you his take right there. Here's Okay, this is the guy we're talking about on the screen. You see his name. Okay, we're showing you everything. Okay, his first, he will get a $30 million contract. He will have a $10 million annual salary. That's going to be beginning, let's see, 2019 through 2020. He will have a $9.5 million base salary. Is cap hit will be 9.5. Also, same thing with dead cap and also yearly cash. Now, next year, that's when that $10 million contract um, kicks in. That will be 2020-2021 season. And that will be $10 million and also a $19.5 million yearly cash for this young guy. He is 27 years old. He's 3 years in the league. Also, the $10.4 million contract will begin in 2021 through 2022. It will be $30 million total. It'll be $30 million total. So he also will become an unrestricted free agent in 2022 season. Now, he was 3 years with the Washington Wizards. That he came from Washington. His base salary when he was there was 2.8. Cap hit was 2.8. His debt was 15.1. Also, his yearly was 2.8. Also, 3.0 million dollars. That was back in 2017 through 18, but a 9.2 dead cap and also a 5.8 yearly cash. Also, 2018 through 19, 3.1, and also it was $9.0 million for the for Serene Sky. I'm trying to say his name. Tomas Serene Sky. Okay. Okay. Let's give you his numbers. His financial rankings. Um, Shooting guard. That's what he is. He was 27 in his cap hit, fourth in his with the Chicago Bulls, and also 132nd with the NBA. Let's give you his shooting guard information. He was 27 with the as a shooting guard, 131st. Also, his average. Let's see, average 29th as a shooting guard and 127 in the NBA. So I'd say this is he's from the Czech Republic. So he's a Euro player. So he's been 3 years in the league. So that's pretty good analysis right there on this young man. He was drafted in 2012, second round, 32nd overall. Okay, let's talk about next guy. Let's go talk about Wesley Matthews signs a Um, 1 year deal worth $2.56 million with the um, Milwaukee Bucks. So he signed with them. So let's give you his numbers: $2.56 million. Comes up on my screen. Okay, there it is. Okay, Wesley Matthews. He comes out of Marquette. Jeff Austin is his agent. He's 10 years in the league. He's got a 1 year, $2.5 million contract. Um, and it's a minimum. And his free agency tag won't begin till 2020. So that's next year. So he will become a free agent next year. Let's see. Um, let's give you his base salary was $2.5 million, 1.6 on salary cap. Dead cap was 1.6. Also, let's see, and his yearly is 2.5, 2.5. So that's a pretty good synopsis right there. Now this is what we're showing you right here. He was with the New York Knicks. This was in the 18 and 19 season. He had an $18.6 million base salary, and a cap hit was 18.6 as well. So I look at it this way. Look, Milwaukee, if they're gonna get good players, they're gonna have to put out the money. That's one thing about it. See, like if Giannis leaves, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a high price guy that most likely, hopefully, no other team will break the bank for. Hopefully, they don't break the salary cap. They will try to get, but Milwaukee is going to keep him. Now, Wesley Matthews is a different story. We'll show you his numbers, what he did, his performances on the court. We'll show you his performances on the court. Let's give you his numbers. I think he played with the Knicks. Trying to see if he's on this team. No, he's not on that team. Let's see if he's with the Knicks. Mm, no, no, he's not with the Knicks. We'll see if he's with the Pelicans. I would think he was with the Pelicans. I'm trying to check his numbers. I don't know if I got information on him. Trying to scroll down and see if I got any information on him, on this guy, on Wesley Matthews with the Milwaukee Bucks. Trying to see if I got any information on him. Oh, I'm gonna look up in this area. I don't think they have any information on Wesley Matthews. I'm looking cold hardly, but um, so that's unfortunate. Okay, we'll go over his financial rankings for Wesley Matthews. His shooting guard salary cap hit was he was 71st in that area. Also with the Bucks, he's 11th. Also with the NBA, he's 284th. Okay, next one. As a shooting guard, he was ranked 58th on his financial rankings, and also second, 243rd in his um, financial rankings. Now, shooting guard, he was 53rd and also he was 232nd in his um, NBA financial rankings. So that's information on Wesley Matthews um, with the Milwaukee Bucks. He did sign a 1 year deal worth $2.5 million. Let's pull this down. Okay, Edmund Summers signed a 3 year deal with the Indiana Pacers. Let's give you his contract numbers. Okay, this is all estimated, so there's no information on him. So everything's estimated. His last contract was with the Indiana Pacers. He had a $449 million contract. This is 449,794 um, um, contract. That's with the Indiana Pacers. That was 2 years with the Pacers, and he was at $2.0 million. His annual salary was 1.0, so 1.0 1,000 one 1 million. Um, so that's two things right there. So it was 1.0 on his annual salary, and that's a minimum. Also, he will become a restricted free agent in 2022, but he became one. We will become one next year, in next year's season when next year's season starts. So his club's option was declined. So he had a decline on his club option for Wesley, not for Edmund Summers. So that's with the Indiana Pacers. He signed a 3 year deal with them. Okay, Richard Holmes signed a 2 year deal worth $10 million with the Sacramento Kings. All right, let's see. His status on base salary was $4.8 million. That was 2018, 19, and 20. 2018, 2019 through 20. His 2020 through 2021 contract will be 5.1, and that will be $10 million contract with the Sacramento Kings. So that's he will become an unrestricted free agent back. Will be in 2021. So that is also. Let's give you his. This is his entry level. This was back in 15 through 18 when he played with the Philadelphia 76ers. He had a $1.0 million contract that was back in 15 through 16. Also, his dead cap was 2.1. 16, he had same thing, $1.0 million contract with a 2.1 yearly cash payout. Also, let's see, 2017 through 18, he had a $1.4 million contract. That's 1.4, and also 3.5 on yearly cash. Now he played with Phoenix. And that was his last team. He had a $1.6 million contract. He also had a 5.1 yearly cash payout with the Phoenix Suns. So let's give you his numbers on him. Okay, as a power forward, he was ranked 32nd in his cap hits, ninth in his cap hits, also 188th in the NBA in his cap hits. Now on his cash um, rankings, this is his financial cash rankings for um, Holmes. He's 32nd as a power forward, also 188th in the NBA. And let's see, the average, he was 32nd in power forward, 184th in the NBA. So that's the breakdown we're looking at right there. Okay, okay, this is the biggest deal news right here. Elfrid Payton. A lot of people was asking about Elfrid Payton um, coming back with the New Orleans Pelicans, but unfortunately, he will not be coming back. He signed a 2-year deal worth $16 million with the New York Knicks. Let's give you his including a 2020 club option. So let's give you Elfrid Payton. A lot of fans was asking about this the Payton. Will he come back or this and that? No, he will not be coming back. So that's unfortunate. Okay, let's go ahead and give you. He's from ULL. Um, he was drafted first round, 10th overall in 2014 NBA draft. His salary cap um, hit in 2019-20 is 7.8. His dead cap is 7.8. His yearly cash is 7.8. His base salary is 7.8. This is a $16.0 million contract with the New York Knicks. So I wish him all the best of luck. Elfrid Payton. Look, he was a pretty good. He had some good games. He had some pretty shitty games with the New Orleans Pelicans. We'll show you his numbers in just a few minutes. Also, the following year he has an $8.1 million base salary. Cap hit was 8.1. Also, here we'll have a dead cap of 8.1. Also, that will be same thing, $16 million. He will become an unrestricted free agent in 2021. Now, his New Orleans Pelicans contract. We'll go over his contract with the Pelicans. It was biannually. He had a $3.0 million contract with the Pelicans. $3.0 million. That was for 1 year. Elfrid Payton. That was for 1 year. So that's why I say, look, if the Pelicans would have kept him, that would have been good because we would have had to we could utilize him in the lineup with the New Orleans Pelicans. But the truth of the matter is, look, it's not going to happen like that. So I know the fans are not happy about it today. I know the city is just blue about it. But the truth of the matter is, look, we're a young team, and we're going to be a good team this year. I mean, we're going to be a good team, but it's going to take time, folks. It's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen the next day. It's not going to happen the year after next. It's not going to happen the week after next. It's going to take some time. We will be a good team. Right now, we have some young players. This is going to be a learning curve for them. So, if they lose and stuff like that in the first game, I don't want to hear people crying about, well, oh, this guy did this, oh, he couldn't shoot, blah, 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 blah. No, it's a learning curve, folks. It's a learning curve. That's what it is. And they're going to get over this learning curve sooner or later. So, sure, we're a win now organization. The NBA is a win now factors now. And I understand that. But look, You got to develop these players. You got these players that's coming in like Zion Williamson, Jackson Hayes, coming in, and also those trades we got from the Los Angeles Lakers with Ball, um, Ingram, and Josh Harris. So I look at it this way: this team right here, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be a very young team, very significant young team. I mean, I'm gonna keep saying it, folks. I'm gonna keep saying it through these videos. I mean, I know you don't want to hear the truth, but look, the truth, the facts are the facts. You cannot argue with facts. So let's give you the information on Alfred Page. I'm gonna pull him up, pull up his numbers from when he played with the Pelicans. I'm gonna get his numbers up 1 second. Alfred Payton. Okay, Alfred Payton. Give you his numbers. Okay, his numbers. He had 10.6 points a game. In 2018-19 campaign, he had 5.2 rebounds. So that was a pretty good clip right there for Alfred Payton. Also, um, he shot 43%, but his three-point shooting was kind of dipping down to 31%. So he was a little dipping on those three-point shooting. He shot 74% from the line. Also, his career, he had 11 points a game. He also had 4.4 rebounds, 6.6 assists. Also, 45.4% from the line, from the field goal, from the fields. So that's one thing. If you have a 45% shooter, I'm pretty sure you can pick up these guys because you get them on the waiver wire anytime. So let's give you his game logs. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up his game logs 1 second. Let me get his splits. Let me get his shooting splits up. I'm gonna get his shooting splits up in just 1 second. Okay, here's his shooting splits for Alfred Payton at home. Alfred Payton shot 40%. That was a pretty good number right there, but he can get a little bit better. But his three-point shooting was a little shitty. It was at 26.3%. Now, on the road, he shot 47%, but his three-point shooting started to improve at 37.5%. He was 18 for 48. He was 18 for 48 on those shots on the road. That was on the road. He hit 93 of 198 shots from the field. So he hit pretty good shot selections going into the road games. Now in wins, he shot 46.8, but his three-point shooting went down a little bit. He shot 13 of 41 shots in win games, Alfred Payton. Also, in losses, he went down to 40.7%. 40.7%. That was 92 of 226 shots. He also hit 20 of 64 shots on the three-point shot for 31%. That's Alfred Payton's numbers right there, folks. That's something right there. Now, let's give you his shooting distance. At the rim, he was a 54% shooter. So if the Knicks are looking for a good rim guy, he might be a guy right there at 54%. Now, from 3 to 10 feet, he was 37%. He wasn't that good. From 3 to 10 feet away. Now, from 10 to 16 feet away, he would be a lot better. He would be about a 50% shooter for Alfred Payton. Also, from 16 to 3 feet, coming down towards the hoop, that would be 60%. 60%. His 3-point shooting was kind of iffy, so that was on his shooting right there. Let's give you his quarter shooting. Okay, in the first quarter he shoots 40.2%. In the second quarter he shoots 40.4, so he was kind of a little sloppy on that shot, so it was 40.2. He was 45.2 in the third quarter, so he would pop those shots in the third quarter. That would be 52 out of 115 shots. Also, he would shoot 48% in the fourth quarter. 48%. That's 48.1. He shot 39 of 81 shots. So for Elfrid Payton, that's the thing you got to look at, folks. Look, I know the Knicks are going to get some consistency. That's what they're getting. I know my colleague Broats from out of Philadelphia said this is a bad trade and all that, and I understand that. But the Knicks want to rebuild their team. That's what they want, to rebuild their basketball team. They want to rebuild. Look, with Mitchell Robinson over there, coming into his second year now, not being a rookie no more, coming into his second year of and also Kevin Knox and stuff like that. They're going to be a young team. They're most likely, hopefully, they don't tank, but they will be exciting. They will most likely will be exciting. I mean, that's what he said. One thing he said, you got to bring the fans back to New York City for Knick basketball. That's what you have to bring back, folks. Fans. Because they haven't been relevant in a while. So, since the Patrick Ewing days. So, that's my take on Elfrid Payton. I'm pretty sure if it does work out, then fine. It's gonna be a better assessment for them, for the New York Knicks. So he's from across the river. So he's a local product. So I mean, a lot of people's gonna probably switch over to go see him because watch the Knicks games. So that's my take on Elfrid Payton. We kind of literally broke it down on Elfrid Payton. That was an unfortunate situation. Okay, let's go ahead and give you another. Okay, this guy right here, Enos, and that's Eric Cantor. Let's go ahead and give you Eric Cantor's. He signs a 2-year deal worth $9.7 million. This is the young man. He played with the New York Knicks. He has that salary cap room. So Boston, I'm gonna tell you, this is another team right here you got to look out for. They're most likely going to have, if with Al Horford and this guy Kenner and everybody else, they're not going to fall off the map anytime soon. They're going to most likely get into the playoffs and kind of make a little bit of noise. I don't think they'll make the finals, but it will at least they'll get a playoff spot. Probably maybe a lower seed or something like that. I do not know. We got to see what's going to happen during this season with these guys. Let's go ahead and give you his number, his base salary, $4.7 million. Also, in 2020 through 2021, it will be 4.9. The total will be $9.7 million. He will have a player option in 2020. And also, he will become an unrestricted free agent in 2021. That'll be a year. Now, when he was with the Knicks, the New York Knicks, he had an $18.6 million base salary and a dead cap hit of $18.6 million. Same thing. Okay. Center. He was ranked 32nd on his cap hit. Also, center when he was playing when he's Boston fourth, and also when he was in the NBA. So he's NBA 193. His rank is 193. His cash as a center. Let's see. 32nd in NBA 193rd for Cantor. Also, center 35th and also 189th. So, and his cancer, I'm gonna tell you. Look, look. Sure, he had some issues going on in the Turk in the in his country of Turkey with the prime minister and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, I'm pretty sure. Um, look, a lot of NBA fans are kind of iffy. They're going to be racist and stuff about this guy. He had a lot of baggage, but look, um, Boston. I'm pretty sure he's going to be in a better situation with Boston. So, so that's my take on Cantor. Let's go ahead and move this out. See what else we're going to talk about. Okay. Okay. Here's some more news we got to look at. Okay, J Mont. Let's talk about J.A. Mont. Morant. He signed a 2-year deal worth $17.9 million. He is the newest. He was drafted in the NBA draft. Also, let's go ahead and give you Zion Williamson's um, contract thing. Zion Williamson signs a 2-year deal worth $20 million for Zion Williamson. Let's go ahead and give you that. Okay, Zion Williamson. This is his base salary, starting with his annual salary $10.0 million. It's a rookie contract. He will be a free agent, unrestricted, in 2023. So he will not go nowhere with the New Orleans Pelicans if he tries to decide to go somewhere else. His base salary is $9.7 million. His cap hit is 9.7. His dead cap is 9.7. His yearly cash is 9.7. Also, 2020 through 2021 will be $10.2 million. It will be 20 total. Also, in 2021 through 22, $10.7 million, and it will be a total of $30.7 million. In 2021 through 22. Also, let's see, for Zion Williamson, it will be 13.5 in 2022 and 2023 on base. On cap hit will be 13.5. Also, 44.2 on yearly cash. So that's also his qualifying will be 17.5. That will be 2023 through 2024. His hold will be 33.8. So he will be an unrestricted free agent in 2023. He will have a club option in 2021 and also a club option in 2022. So that's a good deal right there for Zion Williamson. That is a great deal. I'm very happy about this. They signed him to a 2-year deal worth $20 million. I'm very happy about this. I really am. You can give me you can give me your take on the Zion Williamson. Excuse me. Zion Williamson signing. He did sign a 2-year deal for $20 million. So his dead cap. I'm getting really. Excuse me. I'm just burping. Trying to burp. Okay, let's give you his financial rankings. Let's give you that. His Power 4 rankings is 20th. Also, when he's with the Pelicans, he's ranked 4th. He's also ranked 126 in the NBA. Let's give you his power forward stuff. He's ranked 19th. Also, he is ranked 125th in the NBA. Also, he is ranked 18th in the power forward. Also, he is ranked 126th in the NBA. So I think this is good. I'm very happy about this. Austin Brown is his agent from CAA Sports. So I think this is a very good acquisition for the New Orleans Pelicans to sign him now because look, he's going to be going to the summer league and making some hopefully make some headway up there in the summer league play. So that's my take on Zion Williamson signing a 2-year, $20 million contract. Okay, Zach Novell, 2-way contract with the Los Angeles Lakers. Jalen Hood, 2-year 2-way contract. Also, Jay Moran, J.A. Moran's 2-year, $17.9 million contract with Memphis. So let's go ahead and give you his thing. Okay. Okay. This is specifics on Jay Moran. Um, um, he has an $8.7 million contract. It will be begin in 2019 through 20. Also, 2020 through 2021, he will $9.1 million contract. His contract is $17 million. 17 million. Also, 2020 through 2022, he will have a $9.6 million contract. His total will be $27.5 million yearly cash. Also, 2022 through 2023, he will have 12.1 base salary. Cap hit will be 12.1. No dead cap space value available. Also, he will yearly cash will be 39.9 million 39.6. Um, Also, his qualifying will be 15.5. His hold will be 30.2. $30.2 million. This is a great. This I think this one right here. This contract with the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm pretty sure if he can live up to those contracts in those next couple of years, it'll go up to 39.6. That's one thing about it. I mean, look, make no mistake about it. He will have a club option in 2021. He will also have a club option in 2022. So, also, let's go ahead and go over his power rankings. Point guard, he's 32nd. Also, with the Grizzlies, he's ranked 4th. So that's on there. And his cap hits, also, he's 140th. Let's give you his numbers right here. Also, he's 32nd in point guard. Also, he's 140th in the NBA. That's on his cash advance. Also, um, point guard, he's ranked 31st. That was on his advantage on his financial rankings, and also 139th in his NBA stuff. So I'd say this. This is 17.8 million contract. This is a very good contract, but he's got to own up to his contract. He cannot squander his opportunity. Cannot squander your opportunities. If you get in the game, you're gonna have to make some headway. That's one thing about it. because they're not going to pay you. They're not paying you that money just to go sit on your ass and do not on the bench and not be productive. You got to come in this game and you got to be productive. That's one thing they're going to be looking for is perfection. That's one thing they're going to be looking for the Memphis Grizzlies. So that's my take on all. We'll go ahead and close out for tonight. Okay, let me shut off everything. Okay, let's go ahead and close out. Okay, this concludes tonight's Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show. We will come back to it tomorrow, and we'll talk about more about the NBA trades going on during this trading period, which will end on July 6th. So we'll talk more about it. We'll have more information about it during this week. So we're gonna continue because we need to know what's going on in these NBA trade um, trades and stuff like that. So we'll have that again tomorrow. We'll talk more about it during the show. So I know it's going to be a busy week. So we will not have the wrestling show tonight. We'll kind of do the podcast tomorrow, live stream edition. That will be tomorrow. No podcast tonight. We'll have just the live stream again tomorrow night. It will be live stream. So most likely will be hour or maybe 45 minutes or whatever. So like, share, and subscribe. Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer. That's Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer. Not Sports in the NO no more. It's called Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer. You can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/Kerry.Wehmeyer. That's the number 75. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. That's sports_talk 2505. Also, you can follow me on Sports Talk 78. That's the WordPress blog site. Also, you can follow me on Reddit. That's LSU Tulane 2505. That's underscore. You got to put the underscores in there for that. Also, you can follow me on Tumblr. That's Sports Talk 78. That's Sports Talk 78. That's the number 78. That's on Tumblr. And also, you can follow me on the second Facebook page, which is the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer sports page. You can follow me at KLW 78 25 40. That's KLW 78 25 40. Or you can search my name, Kerry Wehmeyer, and you'll find it right on the thing, along with the personal page. So you can that's a whole bunch of ways you can follow me, give me a like or whatever. That doesn't matter. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not here for fortune, fame, or any of that stuff. I'm here for one thing, and that's doing sports. And it's a sports talk with purpose. So everybody have a good rest of your Monday evening. We'll be back tomorrow, most likely 11 o'clock, and then we'll do the podcast show on at night. So please come in and tune in if you want to talk about NBA trades and all that, whatever sports topics you want to talk about. You can come in. We'll talk about them. So um, as always, everybody have a good rest of your Monday evening.